Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in now. Did a video on why older men like younger women, and really what I was talking about, not like a 30-year-old who like a 25-year-old, not a 40-year-old who like a 33-year-old. I really more so was talking about like the 50-year-olds who want a 30-year-old, who want a 35-year-old. So really, 10 years or more. And I know for women, a lot of times y'all want an older man for security and maturity. And, that's on you, do you, whatever you want to do. The blue pills is real. ED is real. So unless you just want them for conversation, you're going to be real upset when you in your peak in your prime and if he's starting to have some struggles, you know. And I know some of y'all say it's men out there in they, 70s and all that 60 doing their thing, but you don't know what they doing to get to that place. So now on the flip side of this, why do younger men like older women? And here again, I'm talking about 10 years older or more. 10 years older or more. Now, the exception to the rule is the woman who she's just that woman, meaning she just has that aura, she has that look, she just has that sway in her hips, she just that woman to this young man. And he like, whoa, what in the world I'm looking at? You hear me? And he ready for him a entanglement. That happens. But again, that woman is very rare. That type of woman is very rare who has that aura on her, that whole look, that whole package. That might be, one out of 100, and so what's that? 10 out of 1,000. That's not a whole lot, okay? And then if a woman has that on her, she a lot of times is just dealing with so much. She may not be single. Them type of women may not always become single. So worst case scenario, they may be married to a grown boy and then get with this younger man for an entanglement. Okay. So, but on average, what you have to realize, the way men are, as you know, men are superficial. Men are superficial. And when I say men, I mean your average everyday man. Okay, you have different men, but your average man is gonna be superficial. And when you think about life and you think about somebody living life, you go through things. So if a woman is 45, you will assume, it may not be the truth, but you will assume, oh y'all forgive me, let me turn my phone volume off on my computer. You will assume that she has been with more men than a woman who is 25. That's not always the case, but on average, that's what you're gonna assume. So, and if they're the same, so if it's a classy 25-year-old and a classy 45-year-old, or a classy 30-year-old woman and a classy 45-year-old woman, meaning that they go through relationships about at the same rate, they value their body on the same level. If one is 15 years older, that means she's had more relationships if they go through relationships at the same rate. If one is 15 years older and they have a serious relationship every 2 years, then every 3 years, then this older woman has had 5 more relationships in them 15 years, 5 to 7 more relationships. If when they are committed, they've been in this relationship for 6 months or more, they become intimate with the man. So that means the older woman will have slept with more men. They both on the same level of classiness. So when a younger man is looking at these women, 30-year-old man is looking at a 30-year-old woman who classy and a 45-year-old woman who classy. The thing what really And if they the same level. So like if this 45-year-old, this how she looked at 30, like this 30-year-old. And this 30-year-old and at 45, she gonna look like this, skin, body, what have you. They're on the same level. The younger men who going for older women, it's just inverted. It is literally the same thing as the older man who 50 who want the 35-year-old. The older man, he want that 35-year-old because he could re-raise her, he can control her, and because she pretty young and tempting. And so he assumes, okay, stuff together, all of that. That's what he's assuming. Newer, fresher, younger, he's saying, okay, less mileage. That's what he's saying. The younger guy is the opposite. He's looking at the older woman and saying, she can raise me. She could be my mama that I could sleep with. She's mature, so she probably love to cook, know how to cater to a man, woo a man, know how to treat a man, come from the older school, generations before. And so she see men differently. She understand, all this difference. She got a whole new outlook on life than the new age woman, 30-year-old woman. This is what he's saying. She got a car. She got a house. She actually got 2 cars. She got some money put up in savings because she's been working since she was 18 years old. Money going to savings since she 18. So now that's 27 years that she been saving money. This lady probably got $100K, $200K put up at 45. This is what he's assuming. She 45, so if she's single, she probably feeling a little desperate. So she probably want her a man because she coming into the age where, this is what the young man saying, she coming into the age where she want to do a little more traveling. She want to spoil her man. She want somebody that she could grow old with. She want somebody that, hey, if I want to try to sneak me in one more child, or if I want to adopt, I need me somebody that's young and vibrant that could keep up with me, because 45-year-old men or 50 or 55-year-old men, let's say she 50 or 55, can't keep up with me. I want me old young whippersnapper. So that's what he is assuming. And so these younger men go after the older women, and remember what I'm saying, 10 years or more. And it serves a couple purposes. Now you're going to have men that say, no, I'm just attracted to older women because they're more mature. And the women my age are not mature and they don't have their stuff together. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. What else? Finish writing your comment. You done? All right. Now that you done lying, okay. The younger man that want a woman that's 10 years older or more, he want her for the same reason that younger women, that some women like an older man. Some women want a man 10 to 15 years older for security, for maturity. This younger man now, it ain't about maturity because he's not that mature. Women mature more. Women mature faster than men. So ain't no 30-year-old man as mature as a 45-year-old woman. That's not the case nowhere in the world. Okay? What he want her for is the common denominator with the woman who want an older man, security. He want her because at 45 she most likely own a house or got a nice savings if she don't want to buy a house and she living in, she renting. Got a nice savings or got a nice job with get a nice little income. And for a younger man, a nice income could be $50,000 or more. Now, if this woman happened to be touching 70K, oh, she a gold mine. She's a gold mine. And if she's single and she ain't got no kids under the age of 18 that she got to take care of, and she touching 70K, gold mine. It don't matter what her, if she 50, if she 55, gold mine. And we talking about a man like 30, 35 years old wanting to go 10, 15 years, sometimes 20 years older. Security. Because what he wants to do is he wants to play on her desperation. He wants to play on her fun side, on her youthful side. I remember working with a lady, and I think she was probably late 40s, pushing about 50. And one day she said to me, she said, boy, I wouldn't mess with no young man like you. Ooh, I'm finna have my back broke. Oh, you ain't finna break my back. I be done had a heart attack. She was just saying that, but she threw that out there and just said that out of nowhere. And so what let me know, like, why you even saying that? So what you trying to say is you trying to see if I'm finna shoot a shot. You, sister. It. Because I'm a real man in the sense of I'm gonna be honest with myself. I could see a woman that's older and see that she's beautiful. She could be beautiful, body could be amazing. She could look better than women my age. But as a man who is a real man with pure intentions, I want to grow with somebody who we on the same age pattern. I want to grow with somebody that, you know, we literally, we on the same wavelength because our music was the same, our fashion was the same, our morals, values, and philosophies in life was the same. You know, the culture that raised us, the decades that raised us, the years we come up, it shaped us the same. Because when you building a marriage, you building a relationship, and some of y'all don't want to get married, this the wrong page for you. Because I'm a Christian, so I don't believe in sex outside of marriage. I did that. That's why I teach against it, because I know how harmful it could be and the soul ties that it produces. So if you don't want to get married, honestly, this is the wrong page to be watching. Because so some people don't understand that. They be like, oh, everybody don't want to be married. This is the wrong page. This is the wrong page. This is a page for purposeful dating and marriage. Okay, all right, you know that? Okay, there you go. Now you know. So listen, if I want to build with somebody, you build on a firm foundation. So I'm telling you, as an honest man, a real man, I would never want a woman that's 10 years or more older than me, regardless of how beautiful she is, regardless of how good in shape she is, just because we're on two different wavelengths. And then, just as a man, you know, yeah, she could look good, but she's still gonna age faster because she's older. So, and I'm not finna waste all these years looking for this rare gem that she Benjamin Button and she 45 but look 25. I'm not finna do that because that's too much superficiality. I don't know if that's a word, but we're gonna use that tonight. That's too much superficiality. Okay, so I'm gonna be focusing on, are we on the same path? And then too, as a real man and an honest man, most good men, a good man wants to see his seed. So studies show, yes, a woman can have a child at 45. But what are the chances of that child having several complications? That's just what it is. Yeah, I know you know somebody that had a baby at 75. Congratulations, here go a cookie. Okay, but just when you look at it, even my wife, she had our second son, and that was a high-risk pregnancy. Because her first pregnancy, even as a young woman, our son came 2.5 months early. So the second pregnancy was considered a high-risk pregnancy, and she was young, college track athlete, you know, healthy. So it's like, we just look at having kids as just like this walk in the park, but that's a huge feat for a woman's body to go through. So for a man to just say, oh, I have no worries about being able to reproduce and have children with this woman that's 40, 45, 50 years old, he's lying. He absolutely 100% lying. And so the other thing about it is, is, yes, you could see beauty, but everything is relative. So you could look at my 13-year-old son and say, man, he's a handsome young man, but he's 13. You don't want to sleep with him, but you still could see he's handsome. You could see a man that's 18 years old that's legal, that you can sleep with him, and you say, woo, that boy, that look good. As a woman, you could say that, but he 18. If you sane and you got a pure heart, you don't want to throw that boy on his bike and go to the rodeo on that boy. If you got a pure heart. Now, if you nasty, you got your Jezebel spirit, yeah. You taking that 18-year-old, you going, yeah, you got that in you? All right. That's you. We ain't not addressing y'all. We not talking to the freak club, okay? The nasty club, all right? We talking just straight down the middle. People who, trying to have a sense of normalcy, okay, in life. And so, and if you on the outside of that, hey, yeah, God bless you. Okay, God bless you. I'm praying for you. Okay, I ain't judging you. Go on about your business. Keep jumping on the 18-year-old men. Go on about your business. Okay, I don't want to hear about it. You ain't got to tell me about it. Bless you. So listen to me. These men, just as y'all suspected, some women will say, well, he could just be attracted to an older woman just because he's very mature and because that older woman could look better than women his age. And he could, I know that sounds good. That's not the case. I know it sounds good. I know you want to believe that, especially if you're an older woman who wants you a man that's 10 years to 15 years younger than you. I know that's what you want to believe. But listen, and it might not be another man in the world that's going to tell you the honest to God truth. I hope there is another man that's not going to lie to you, but I'm telling you as a man, I'm around men. I grew up with men. When a man want a woman that's 10 to 15 years older than him, he looking for a come up. He looking for a come up, or he wants a notch in his belt. She's a fantasy. Because a lot of these younger men that get with, a lot of these older men that get with a younger woman, it may literally just to see if he's still a player, to see if he still got it. And she may be playing herself. He may holler at her just because he want to sleep with her, just because he want to see, oh, I'm 50-year-old player, but hey, watch this. Well, I bet you I could hit my old 30-year-old. What you want to put on it? Because they successful, right? They mature, right? They done made some money. They financially secure, right? So he betting his home but $1,000 he could touch this 30-year-old. That 30-year-old, her eyes wide open because she thinks she got her a sugar daddy. She thinks she finna have her. She thinks she finna come up and then he. Well, bound, thank you, ma'am. She's sitting up. I thought he was gonna be mature. I tell. It was like, the guys my age, they be playing games. And then I ain't gonna give a 50-year-old man a chance. And he playing games. Oh, don't cry now. Don't cry now because you wanted him for the wrong reasons. You didn't want him because he had a good heart and he a great person. You was telling yourself you want emotional security. You were telling yourself you want financial security. Now, emotional security, that could be a path, but no, really what you telling yourself, you want financial security. That's really what it was. You want them for the wrong reason. You picking them for money. Because a man your age could give you emotional security. Just because you had a few bad apples, okay, it's 3 billion men in the world. All right? It's 100 million men in America. All right? Like, keep going. Keep going. All right, you had 2-3 bad relationships. Okay, let's brush ourselves off and let's go on just because, okay, it's still a whole lot more men in your age range that could do you right. You see what I'm saying? So the same thing happened on the other end. And these young boys could get played too because they go get this woman, but don't realize if this woman is 15 years older and she will sleep with a boy that's 15 years younger than her, this woman might be a player from the Himalayas. That young man might be finna meet his match. That sister done seen it all, done it all, heard it all. She wanna have her some fun. You know what I mean? And these blue pill men who popping them pills, they can't keep up with her. She tired of that thing. And she want to get her old young whippersnapper that got some stamina. And so now here he is thinking he finna come up. And she put that old quality snatch on him. And then go on about her business. Get back with her husband. That's her age. You see what I mean? So that's why what's happening too in this situation, a lot of people playing themselves. So understand this. For y'all ladies that's listening to this and you older, and men 10 years or more, 10 years younger or more, keep coming up to you, keep trying to holler at you, you first and foremost need to realize that is a notch in the belt. That's the first thing. That's the number one thing that it is a man want a notch in the belt. And literally, men who are in their 20s envision sleeping with a 65, 70-year-old woman. And it's men who have done it. And it's just all out of curiosity. What they say, curiosity killed a cat. It's all out of curiosity. Yeah, oh y'all, what? A 25-year-old sleeping with a 70-year-old? Yes. Oh yeah, it's happening. And listen, she might, just like the older men, she might be buying them all kind of Louis and Gucci, taking them to the Maldives. He all in Turks and Caicos. One time I said Turks and Caicos, and somebody said, what is milk and potatoes? I was like, huh? Turks and Caicos. Okay, she taking around the world because she wants somebody that young and vibrant, because she dealing with men who 70 and they like, listen, can you hand me my cane? I'm trying to sit out here on the front porch. I want to watch the game. What are you talking about going to the south of France? I might die on the airplane, woman. You know, and yeah, 70 ain't that old, but for a man who done lived a hard life, 70 could be like 85, 90. You see what I mean? And so that's how it'll happen. But listen, it's a notch in the belt. Now, one thing you can't worry about is people who they just doing it to do it. They just doing it for fun. Like, you can't worry about that. Because a lot of times when you see it happening, a younger man with an older woman, and she 10, 15 years older, it's just, neither one of them don't care. He don't care about what you got to say about him because he in there for his financial security. And she don't care about what anybody got to say about her because she just want her a companion to live life with. And she don't care what it look like to nobody. But when you're looking for genuine, pure love, if you're an older woman, you first got to realize these younger men want you because it is a fantasy. That's their first thing. Now, if it's a fantasy for you two and y'all just want to fulfill that, y'all got to answer to God for that smoke in the city, that fornication so hot. You hear me? Y'all over there like a grease fire. That fornication there, that's between y'all got to answer to God. Okay? But if you looking for genuine love, get somebody. If you want a younger man as a woman, don't go more than 5 years younger. Do not go more than 5 years younger. I'm telling you right now. Because if you go more than 5 years younger, it's most likely he got mama issues. He got mommy issues. Or he nasty. He want to fulfill a fantasy. Cause see, you gotta realize, men very curious. So this young man, if there's no women in your age range that's doing nasty moves, he may be wondering, well, okay, do it get wrinkled? Do it change colors? Like, do they shade? He wondering all of that. So he wants you to find out. He want to see how a 45-year-old, 50-year-old, 55-year-old, 60-year-old woman take care of her body, her lady parts. That's what he curious of. He want to see if he got enough game to get somebody on their back who done been around the track more than a few times. Cause he ain't been around the track that many times. He wanna see if he got enough talk game that he could get this woman in the bed. Why? It's gonna make him feel like he done something. Gonna make him feel like, ooh, boy, I'm a player from the Himalaya. Boy, you listen, boy, listen. I'm 25 years old, boy, I get 20-year-old, 25-year-old, boy, I get 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, boy. Hey, my oldest woman, 55, bro, and look at these Gucci shoes she just bought me. Cause, hey, I'm gonna tell you, like, them older women, bro, they got money, man. They got money, like, they done worked all their life. They been saving, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, like, and then you get with them. Hey, boy, whoo, I'm gonna tell you what you gotta do to them now, hey. All right, now. You trying to act immature? Your tongue work? All right. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. You want some of these shoes I got? Why you think I got these shoes? How you think I'm driving that new Camry Sport SE? Huh? She the co-sign for me. Man, she 50 years old, man. She got her life in order. You around here playing with these little girls. That's why you struggling. That's why you struggling, man. Me and her finna open us wine. Sipping paint. We finna open us a sipping paint. What y'all finna do? Y'all going to the movie theater. Me and her thinking about buying the dollar movie. Cause man, her life in order. And see me, I'm a businessman. See, I'm a businessman. See you only thinking with your thing. See me, yeah, I think with that too, but I think with this too. So now I'm finna get this woman. She 15 years older than me, but her life in order. But I'm finna be set. And you know why? Some people so financially scared that they'll sell their body for money. Some people have no understanding of currency, and that money is just currency. It's on a wavelength, and that you are a walking check. A lot of people don't understand that money could be flowing out your ears once you understand money. But a lot of people just never understand that, and they so financially scared that they will sell their body, do whatever they got to do, actually, to get this person that's financially stable. Regardless of their age, regardless of their race, and I'm going to tell you this, sometimes regardless of their gender. I know men that want money so bad, they ain't a pay. They ain't a pay. You hear me? I've seen thugs. You hear me? I'm talking about guys who everybody was scared of. And this man got him a boyfriend. Cause the boyfriend buying him a car, buying him the new Jordans, giving him money. Man got a boyfriend. You hear me? So that's why I'm trying to tell you, when it comes to men, and just like women, it's a lot of women out here selling their body and doing what they don't want to do to have money. There's women that's 35 years old with 55 and 60-year-old men because the man is a millionaire or a billionaire. And she down there playing with them wrinkle things. She about to throw up. I'm sorry, I may have COVID. It may be COVID-19, but it's just like she about to throw up. She picturing Fabio. She picturing her ex. She just zoning out. She said, one thing I want us to do is I want us to wear blindfolds. She putting on blindfolds because she trying to picture something else because she want that money. And she'll do whatever it take, as long as you finna break bread. And I be seeing them too, and some of these women be spending ridiculous money. I'm like, nah, come on now. That's way too much money for a pair of headphones. But they spending like that because of what they got to do in their bedroom with that man that's 30 years older than them. That's the same thing these young boys doing. They round here meat slanging for a new car, for some clothes, for some shoes, for a business, for investment into their business idea. And this older person who just tired of being lonely, just want to be with somebody, they'll look and say, oh, this is so flattering. Wow, I look that good. I look amazing. Wow. And don't even realize that it's ill intentions. And because very rare is that going to be pure. Very rare is that going to be pure, and that's going to be organic. That's going to be, for it to be natural, for it to be organic, for it to be real, a relationship like that, just take in consideration, every man I've ever met in my life. For a man to genuinely want to be with a woman that's 10 years, 15, 20 years older than him, minimum of 10 years older than him, and it to be real, like real love, that's going to be 1 out of 10,000. That's going to be 1 out of 10,000. You might know somebody now. You might know somebody. But what I just tell you, they 1 out of 10,000. Congratulations. You want a cookie? All right. And listen, for the women that's dealing with men 15 years younger than you, 10 years, 15, 20 years younger than you, don't get in your feelings. Okay? Don't go saying my name. Well, honey, Gaskins said that. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. Judge your situation for you. Evaluate your heart. Evaluate your heart. Why you with a man that you used to have to babysit? That you were babysitting when he was a newborn? Why are you with the man that you was babysitting when he was a newborn? And you needed extra money in the summer as a high schooler? First, evaluate your heart as an older woman. And ask yourself, why do you want this baby that you used to babysit? Okay, all right. Then, if your heart is pure and it's just genuine and it's just a love story, y'all can write a love story and you say your heart is pure. You ain't got it ain't because you lonely. It ain't because you just want a companion and you'll do whatever. It ain't because you desperate. You just met this young man and you fell in love with him. Okay, now evaluate his life. Evaluate his situation. Was he an orphan? Was he raised poor? Was he in a single parent home and they struggle for money? Does he have identity crisis with his race or you know his nationality or his mix? Does he need a green card? Go through all the questions. You know, what is he freaky? Is he freaky? Are y'all going to levels that not many men, that you can't really think of another man that took you to that level in that bedroom? Is he freaky? Because that might be the notch. You might be the notch on the belt. You might be the fulfilling of the fantasy. You see what I mean? Evaluate it all the way through. And then you're going to see, okay, and if everything check out, hey, congratulations. I'm shaking your hand and me shaking your hand. Congratulations. Hey, y'all go right ahead. Congratulations. I'll go get my marital license, preacher license online in 15 minutes to be ordained so I could do y'all wedding. Nah, I'm going to be up there. Do you take this bride to be your wife? Do you take this man to be your husband? I might be giving eyes. But forgive me. But I do y'all wedding now. Y'all 15 years hard. Used to babysit it, baby. Now y'all dating. Now y'all ready to get married. So listen, y'all called it. The younger men, they nasty and they trying to fulfill a fantasy. That's the number one reason. The number two reason that is right behind it might be neck and neck. They might be tied. This might be 1 and 1A. This might not even be the number two reason. Is financial perks. The number three reason will be that it's a pure love connection. Okay. All right. Go ahead. And see now we don't really know ages, but you see, like, we don't know the ages of some of these celebrity relationships where the man is way younger and the woman is way older. How many of them work out? Like happily more than 10 years? They done been together more than 10 years and this man is 10 years younger or more. Okay, you answer that. All right, look through all of them. Okay. How many of them where the younger man makes more money than the older woman? How many of them to where the younger man is more financially secure than the woman that's 10 years or more older? Okay. How many of them where the man it would be considered more attractive? If you a woman and you analyzing this, how many of them where the man would be considered more attractive for a man to, as a man than the woman being more attractive as a woman? How many of them? How many of them? So what I'm trying to tell you is that if this man is quote unquote attractive to you and he's financially stable and he's not no like wild freak, if that man is with a older woman and you know that he heterosexual, because the other reason too is when a man he like men and he go with an older woman that's way older because she really want love, and he get her and use her as his cover up. So that'll be the fourth reason. And so when you look at this man, can you say he already got money and it's long-term money? It ain't just no new money, flash money, fly-by-night money. So I'm not even talking about athlete money, because what y'all have to realize is like, when you look at an example of someone like these singers who's with NBA players, them NBA players out of the league. Them NBA players out of the league. The NBA players who get them a singer, they out of the league. Because men today are also trying to date for financial security. But see, and look, there's no royalties from playing NBA or NFL. You don't get royalties because you don't own nothing. You are a product. That league see you as a product. So you got an expiration date. And it's typically between 32 and 34. And that's if you blessed. So you retire from your money maker young. But this what these men know. They know that this older woman gonna get music royalties for the rest of her life. And that's why they try to make that thing happen. Same thing in the real world outside of the celebrity world. A lot of times these younger men know this woman, she's established on her job. And she got savings. And then when she hit a certain age, she get to cash in to them other savings that she done put up. So I coach a lot of single women who are 50 years old or older, and they financially stable. Some of them even millionaires. If a man who is 40 find out that this 60-year-old woman is a millionaire, he will make that thing look so real. She'll think she in a Nicholas Sparks movie. Nicholas Sparks book. She would not see it coming. Do you hear me? So listen, y'all use common sense when you dating first. Use common sense. Stop trying to be the exception to the rule, because that's how you really get hurt. Stop making it your goal to be the exception to the rule. That's how you get hurt. Look, somebody has driven into a tree at 90 miles an hour and lived. So stop driving your car 90 miles an hour looking for a tree you could run into to see if you can live too. That's why I try to tell you, like, just use common sense first. Then go from there. And if you just happen to meet somebody and everything check out, and don't just check out on your knowledge because you can't see that person. Talk to you a professional. You dealing with a man, he 10 years younger than you or more. Come on to me. Let me see his picture. Let me see it. Let me look at his picture. Tell me his story. Tell me his life story. Then I'll let you know. If he with you for pure and genuine reason. Nah, the men who butthurt, who offended, oh man, like grandma say, a hit dog holler. But hey, this Tony Gaskins, God bless you. Listen, all 2021 and going forward, I'm gonna be real with you. And I thought about, and for me, if I were doing this for subscribers, every video I'll say hit the subscribe button, and I'll be just saying what you want to hear. Oh yes, it is very real. Younger men with older women, 10 years or more older, that is so normal, so natural, because that woman is just amazing. She's just so wise and just so well put together. She's like wine, and he loves wine, not soda. So this is just, it's super normal, and that is a fairy tale, and that's what really we need to start looking to see happen. If I wanted more subscribers and I was here to be a fan favorite, I'd be lying. I'd be telling you lies. But hey, all I'm gonna be able to do is tell you the honest to God truth. God be my witness, meaning this right here, I got to be honest with you. Whether it helped me or hurt me as far as growth or business, so be it. I just want you to be out here and really know the game and be able to be safe instead of keep getting played. Because one thing that's bothering me the absolute most is to keep seeing people, men and women, get played. That's crazy. Hey, God bless y'all. We'll talk soon.